Hi, Sagafi, Liberty Home Mortgage. What are we talking about today? Is an appraisal a home inspection? Not that this has driven me nuts over the years, but no, don't say that.
Hush, I'm getting an appraisal, so that's gonna be as good as a home inspection.
Home inspections, by the way, for any type of loan, VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, doesn't matter what. For any type of mortgage loan, a home inspection is not technically required. We highly recommend it. As the seller of a home, you might be sitting in a busy market saying,
hey, this is awesome. I'm gonna accept the buyer who doesn't get a home inspection.
I got news for you, man. When that basement floods or the roof caves in or whatever happens 7 months later, you know what that homeowner's gonna say? Because don't forget, at that point, they're the homeowner now. They're gonna sit here and say,
they knew about it and they never told me about it.
And suddenly that home buyer that came completely blind into your house and did not get a home inspection, suddenly is suing the pants off of you for God knows $20, $50, $100,000. Meanwhile, you're living in your new home thinking, what in the world is going on? I sold this house 7 months ago. Watch out, man, I'm just telling you. So we highly recommend home inspections, even though they're not required, whatever. A home inspector is at the house usually 2 to 3 hours, okay? An appraiser is at the house for like 15 to 20 minutes, okay? Now think about this. Somebody who's at a house for 15 minutes, exactly how in depth do they really or can they really get with the house? So there's a huge difference there. Home inspector, a home inspector will open all of the windows, test all of the outlets, possibly run a snake for you. They'll whip out, I've seen inspectors with these gadgets that look at the wall and tell you where the insulation is, where you're losing heat at. The appraiser, it's a visual, and I hate using this word, I hate this word. It's a visual inspection, because now I'm starting to mix the words together. An appraisal, they simply walk around the house, it's a casual walk, they visually look at everything, and if visually things look good, that's the end of it. They don't do anything else. An appraiser does not check the outlets. They don't open all of the windows. They certainly do not climb onto the roof. They don't go into the basement and crawl into all of the dirty, dungy areas, the crawl space.
Now you're saying, well, Hudson, what's the appraisal good for?
I'll tell you what it's good for. They tell me, the lender, that the sales in the area justify and support how much you are paying for the house. So for example, you're buying a 1-story home for $200,000 that has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. They're gonna pull up other similar properties, other ranches, 3 beds, 1 bath, and they're gonna see what those have sold for recently. And they're gonna say, this house is comparable to the house being purchased, and this house over here sold for $180,000. I got news for you. If the identical house in square footage and style and within a reasonable distance and sale date sold for less, that's not a good thing. Now they need 3 comparables, that's a whole different topic, but ultimately the appraiser's main job is to tell me, the lender, that what you're buying the house for is supported by sales in the area. There's a lot of differences of opinion that come up from that. I have videos on those also about the appraisal process itself. What do they take or what do they look at for that? But this topic right now is just separating out the differences between an appraisal, a home appraisal, and a home inspection. The appraiser doesn't walk the roof, check the basement. They walk around the place. That's the end of it, everybody. An appraisal is very superficial, but in the end, it's there to justify value. It's not there to tell you if the plumbing and the electrical is good, okay? There's a huge difference between the two. A home appraisal is not a home inspection. It is not even close, okay? Get a home inspection. I highly recommend it. We highly recommend it. I think everybody highly recommends it, even in competitive markets. Do your due diligence. A home inspector is great to have on your side, in your court, in your back pocket, working for you. And it is definitely way more in depth than an appraisal is. And don't use your appraisal for a home inspection. It is not. And that is my message for now. But until later, you've got to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. You got to watch my other videos. You got to share these on your page. And you got to ask me questions. And I guess if you want a loan too, you might even call me. I do loans in 45 states. But until next time, I'll catch you later.